What if I told you that one of the greatest slaves rebellion in history did not happen in America, not in the Caribbean, but in the heart of the Middle East? Thousands of enslaved Africans rose up, defeated powerful armies, captured major cities, and fought one of the richest empires on earth for almost 15 years. Today, we are uncovering one of the greatest forgotten chapters in African history, the incredible story of the Zanj Rebellion. Before we begin, let me ask you something. If you were taken from your home, chained, sold into slavery, and forced to work until your body gave up, would you accept your fate? Or would you fight for your freedom, no matter the cost? This is the story of Africans who chose to fight. Our story begins over 1,000 years ago. During the 9th century, Arab and Persian traders bought and transported many enslaved people from parts of East Africa. These captives came from different communities along the East Africa coast and nearby island region. In Arabic source, many of them were referred to collectively as the Zanj. That term did not describe one single ethnic group. Many were forced across the Indian Ocean to what is now southern Iraq. They had no idea where they were going. They left behind their families, their language, their culture, and their home. Some never saw Africa again. The journey itself was painful. People were packed onto ships. Many became sick, some died before reaching their destination. For those who survived, an even harder life was waiting, a life of endless suffering. When they arrived in southern Iraq, many of the enslaved Africans were forced to dig away salty soil, cleared land, and carried heavy loads for long hours. Food was often limited, shelter was poor, punishment could be severe. Every sunrise meant another day of hard labor. Every sunset meant another night wondering if tomorrow would be their last. But something was slowly changing. Instead of breaking their spirit, suffering brought many of them together. They began to dream of freedom. Men who had once worked under the sun, with chains around their neck, now picked up weapons. The empire did not expect this. The Abbasid Caliphate was one of the world's most powerful empires. Its rulers believed they could crush the rebellion quickly. But they were wrong. The rebels launched surprise attacks. They defeated soldiers sent against them. Each victory attracted more supporters. The rebellion was no longer a small uprising. News spread across the region. People were shocked. How could enslaved workers defeat trained armies? As their victories continued, the rebels established their own stronghold. From there, they organized their fighters and governed the territory they controlled. It was the first time in years they could live without serving a master. Imagine that moment. After years in chains, you finally wake up free. No master shouting your name, no forced labor. The rebellion continued for nearly 15 years. The Abbasid rulers realized this was no ordinary revolt. They gathered larger armies. Experienced commanders were sent. Battles became bigger, cities were attacked. Many lives were lost on both sides. The conflict became one of the longest and most destructive internal wars faced by the Abbasid Caliphate. For years, the empire struggled to regain full control. The Abbasid government reorganized its forces. After a long campaign, they surrounded the rebel stronghold. The fighting was fierce, the city fell. The rebellion came to an end. Many of the surviving rebellion were captured or killed. The dream of permanent freedom was defeated, but the story did not disappear. The Zanj Rebellion reminds us that enslaved people were not simply passive victims. Many resisted, many escaped, many fought. Their struggle became one of the largest slave uprisings recorded in world history. This remarkable chapter of history is often less well known than the Atlantic slave trade. History is full of stories that deserve to be heard. Some were celebrated, others were forgotten. The Zanj Rebellion is one of those forgotten stories. Thousands of Africans, taken far from home, stood against one of the most powerful empires of their time. They fought not for wealth, but for something every human being deserves, and that is freedom. If this story taught you something new, share it with someone else. And here on Africa Beyond Chains, we will continue on discovering the forgotten history of Africa, one story at a time.